Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to replace the battery in the first four figures resin statue for the Amaterasu exclusive edition. As you know, there is a common issue with the battery dying, and this was prior to first four figures, including the ability to easily replace batteries in their figures. So as with some of their more current batteries, it does have a lithium ion battery. However, it's not quite the same standard cylindrical 18650 battery that are in the newer statues. So I basically went with the easiest method, which is to just replace the battery versus doing a bypass, which would possibly need the correct resistor, and I don't have quite all of that knowledge. So anyway, here we go. So the first thing that I did was to take a blade carefully around the outside of the paper to carefully lift it away from the glue. Basically just separate it without doing any damage to the paper so that it can be glued back down later, or I may put paper between and just like make temporary ways to fix it in the corner so I'm not having to deal with this problem if I do wind up needing to replace the battery again. These batteries are very similar to what they put in cell phones, I believe, so you're only gonna get, you know, maybe like 2-3 years of reasonable battery life out of these, if you're using it frequently anyway, for many hours a day. So at any rate, after carefully lifting the paper, which you want to start on the side with the USB port and the switch, you're going to see that they have glued in the board and they've glued the wiring to the board. So what I did was I purchased a 3.7 volt lithium ion battery online, after confirming with customer service that that was in fact the correct voltage, because it was not marked on my original battery. And this is a flat battery. You'll see that there are connections running to different areas on the board. You have your switch running to the rear of the board. You have the connector that runs to the battery, and you have the output that runs to the basically where the LED connects. So I didn't really mess with any of the wires down here except for right at the top of the battery on the old battery. You have the red and black wire that connected to a plate, and I basically just cut the wires right above that. And then on the new battery I purchased, I did the same. I cut the wires because it came with a connector that was like this. And then I, attached red to red, black to black. You can either, well, you want to cut away either with wire strippers or very carefully with a blade the housing to reveal enough wire that you can twist the light color ends together. And then you can either cover with electrical tape like I've done, or you can use wire guard and then basically just put it back in. So I'm not going to reattach this for the moment because this is just for show purposes. Oh. These resins are all very heavy. Alright, so I've got her back in there. And voila, new battery.